My beloved child, do you know, in those moments when you are immersed in the burdens of life, weighed down by pressures and responsibilities, I see you. I see how your steps grow heavy, how your heart seems hardened by invisible wounds. You try to be strong, yet there are times when you feel like you are falling apart. And still, you have not truly paused to listen to me. You have not yet fully felt the love I have poured out for you. My love is unlike any love you have ever known. It does not demand perfection from you, nor does it require you to prove your worth. I love you not because of what you can do, but because of who you are. Because you belong to me. This love existed long before you took your first breath, before you ever knew pain or disappointment. It has carried you through the storms of life, through the days when you felt empty, lost, and uncertain of your path. There are moments when you look around and see no one beside you. You wonder if anyone truly understands you, if anyone truly loves you unconditionally. But, my child, I am here. I have always been here. When the world turns its back on you, when human promises fade like the wind, my love remains steadfast, like an unshakable rock. It does not waver, even when you change, even when you fall, even when you doubt yourself. Do you realize? Every breath you take is wrapped in my love. Every morning sunbeam, every gentle breeze that brushes your skin, every heartbeat within your chest. These are all signs of my love for you. I know you have been hurt. People have wounded you. There were loves you trusted only to see them break before your eyes. I see how you have withdrawn, afraid to open your heart again. You fear that if you trust, if you love, you will be hurt once more. But my beloved, my love is not like the love of this world. It is not based on fleeting emotions, nor is it bound by conditions or expectations. My love is eternal, unchanging, a force strong enough to lift you from the deepest abyss. I call your name, not as one voice among thousands, but as a call filled with love and deep understanding. I do not call you to demand anything from you, but to remind you that you are mine, to assure you that no matter how far you wander, no matter how lost you feel, I am always searching for you. You may try to run from everything, but you can never escape my love, for it is imprinted upon your soul. It is a part of you that cannot be separated. Let me love you. Let me enter the darkest corners of your heart, the places where you have hidden your pain, the wounds you are afraid to face. Do not be afraid of feeling unworthy, for it is in your weakest moments, in your deepest losses, that my love can heal you most completely. I do not require perfection from you in order to love you. I only ask that you come to me honestly, with nothing to hide. You are weary, aren't you? Let me hold you close, so that you may feel the peace this world cannot give. Pause for a moment. Be still, so that you can hear the heartbeat of my love surrounding you. Let me comfort you, lift you up, and remind you that you are never alone. You do not have to fight this life by yourself, for I walk beside you, even when you do not see me. Do you know, my child? You are a priceless treasure in my eyes. Your worth cannot be measured by anything in this world. Even the stars that shine brilliantly in the sky, no matter how radiant they are, cannot compare to the beauty and value I have placed within you. You were created with great purpose, born not merely to exist, but to live in the fullness of my love. You are cherished, protected, and held dear beyond anything you could ever imagine. Yet I see you constantly running, racing against time, striving to meet all the expectations and responsibilities that life places upon your shoulders. You are weary, yet you do not stop. You feel the weight of pressure, yet you do not seek rest in my embrace. Have you ever asked yourself, do I truly matter? Have you ever felt small amidst the vastness of life, like a lone bird swept away by the winds, uncertain of where it will go? Do you know that every breath you take is watched over by me, that every step you walk is never beyond my care? Even if the world forgets you, even if you feel unnoticed, I am still watching over you every moment. Every sorrow you keep hidden, every tear you silently swallow, I see them all. You are never forgotten. But my child, I see that the burdens of life are draining your strength. You are in such a hurry that you have forgotten the most important thing: my love for you. A love that has existed long before you even became aware of yourself. A love that never fades, never changes, never leaves you for even a single moment. I am that love. It is not an abstract concept, not a distant promise, but a living reality. It flows through every moment of your existence, but do you truly recognize it? You keep searching for things you believe will bring you worth. You pour yourself into work, into relationships, into endless responsibilities. You think that if you do more, if you achieve more, then you will have meaning. But my beloved, your worth has never been dependent on those things. You do not need to prove yourself to be loved. You do not need to be perfect to be accepted. I have loved you from the very beginning, even before you did anything at all, and that love has never changed. Whether you succeed or fail, whether you feel strong or weak, whether you stand firm or stumble. But you have forgotten that love. You have allowed the relentless pace of life to pull you away from what matters most. You chase after fleeting things, forgetting that there is a place where you have always belonged. My love, I see you striving for recognition, trying to fill the emptiness in your heart with things that do not last. But my child, nothing in this world can truly satisfy your soul apart from my love. No success, no relationship, no possession can bring you the peace you long for. Only I can. Do you remember the last time you truly stopped, let go of every burden, and simply rested in my presence? When was the last time you allowed yourself to find peace in me? Or are you still pressing forward endlessly, carrying everything on your own without realizing that I never intended for you to bear it alone? I want you to know that you do not have to fight alone. You do not have to search for your way in the darkness by yourself. I have always been here, waiting for you to return, waiting for you to realize that my love has always been enough for you. You do not have to go far to find the meaning of life. You do not have to exhaust yourself to prove that you are valuable. For you have been precious in my eyes from the very first moment. You were created to love and to be loved, to live in the abundance of my love. Why do you keep running, my child? Why do you still cling to things that cannot bring you true peace? My beloved, stop. Allow yourself to rest in my love. Let me hold you in my embrace. Wipe away the tears you have hidden for so long. Let me heal the wounds you have been too afraid to face. I do not only want you to believe that I love you, I want you to feel it, to touch it, to live in it. For this is what you have always longed for, whether you realize it or not. My precious child, I have never been far from you. I have never abandoned you in the darkness or left you alone in the storms of life. I am not a distant God, unreachable or deaf to your cries. I am right here, closer than the breath you breathe, closer than the beating of your heart. But do you perceive it? Do you feel my presence? I have called you, but in the noise of life, have you heard me? I whisper to you through the gentle breeze that brushes your hair, through the tender dawn that chases away the night. I speak to you in the still moments of your soul, in those times when you suddenly feel comforted, even when no one is near. But do you recognize me? Or are you still caught in the whirlwind of worries, the pressures, and the expectations that weigh upon you every day? You keep running, chasing after plans, dreams, and ambitions that you think will make you whole. You let the voices of the world fill your mind, leaving no room for my voice. You allow fear, anxiety, and unhealed wounds to take hold of your heart, making you forget that I am your place of rest. You chase after fleeting things, only to lose the most precious moment, the moment you could be still and know me. My child, stop. Slow down. Let your soul be still so that you can hear me. Let go of the worries you are carrying, the burdens you hold onto as if they are part of you. I did not create you to live in relentless hurry, to be endlessly consumed by things that drain your strength. I long for you to rest in my love, to find the peace that only I can give. I am not silent. You simply have not truly listened. My hand has always been reaching out to you, but do you have the courage to place your hand in mine? I want you to know that you are not meant to fight this world alone. I have always been here, waiting for you to return, waiting for you to let me touch your heart and make it new. But you must open your heart. You must be willing to receive the love I have always had for you. There are moments when you feel lost, uncertain of which way to go. You ask me for guidance, yet you rush ahead with what you think is best without truly waiting for my answer. You search for direction in countless things around you, but you forget that true wisdom does not come from this world. You forget that I am the one who gives you guidance, the one who knows every step you need to take. But to hear my voice, you must be still. Stillness is not emptiness. It is not a meaningless void or a waiting in vain. Stillness is where I meet you, where I speak the deepest truths to your heart. In that stillness, I will remind you that you are not alone, that you are not forgotten, that you have a place in my heart that no one can replace. But you must be willing to let go of the noise within you, to truly listen. My beloved child, this world may tell you that you must always be busy, that you must always achieve something to feel worthy, but I tell you that you do not need to do anything to be loved by me. You do not need to prove anything. My love is not a reward that you must strive to earn. It is a gift I have given you since before time began, and all you need to do is open your heart to receive it. When you take time to be still before me, you will realize that the things you once thought were important are no longer so heavy. You will see that your worries are small in comparison to the peace I can give you. You will see that you do not have to figure everything out on your own, for I have a plan for you. A good plan, a path filled with hope. But you must trust me. You must be willing to let me lead you instead of trying to control everything in your own way. Allow yourself to rest in my love. Allow your heart to be at ease in my presence. Do not let this world steal the peace that I have prepared for you. Do not let worries and pressures cloud the truth that I am God, the Creator, the lover of your soul, your Redeemer. You may feel that the world around you is in chaos, that everything seems out of control. But remember, I am still holding everything in my hands. I am still in control, and I will never leave you alone. Do not let fear make you forget that I am the one who holds time, the one who knows you even better than you know yourself. Pause. Listen. Open your heart to receive my love. Let me speak to you. Let me guide you. Let me fill you with myself. For you need nothing else but me. My love is enough for you. My peace is your refuge. Come to me. Let me be the place where you find true joy, where you are renewed and restored. For I am not far from you. I have never left you. I am still here, always here, waiting for you to return, waiting for you to realize that I am the only one who can fill the emptiness in your heart. My beloved child, do you truly understand the love I have for you? This love is not a reward that you must work hard to deserve, nor is it a gift given based on your actions or achievements. My love does not operate by the rules of this world, nor is it measured by human standards. You do not need to prove yourself to receive this love, nor do you need to keep everything perfect to be worthy of it. I love you simply because you are mine. This love is not swayed by time, nor is it shaken by your mistakes or failures. It is not based on what you do. It is rooted in who I am. An everlasting love, unconditional and boundless. Perhaps you are familiar with the love of this world, fleeting, easily changed by circumstances. Perhaps you have loved someone who did not love you in return. Perhaps you have trusted only to be betrayed. You have placed your hope in someone only for them to leave when you needed them the most. This world may have made you believe that love is fragile, that it can be withdrawn if you are not good enough, if you do not meet expectations. But my child, my love for you is not like that. It does not fade. It does not disappear. It does not retreat when you stumble. I have loved you before you even became aware of yourself, before you knew pain or joy. I have loved you even when you had done nothing to deserve it, and I still love you, even when you make mistakes, even when you lose your way, even when you no longer believe in yourself. My love is not a transaction, not an agreement that you can break. I do not love you because of what you can do for me, but simply because you are my child. There are times when you feel like you have gone too far, as if there is no way back. There are times when you feel unworthy, not good enough, not strong enough to be loved. But my child, I do not love you because of your worthiness. I love you because I am love. My love surpasses every condition, goes beyond all your understanding. It covers you in your weakest moments, reaches for you even when you think you cannot be forgiven. It never leaves you, never lets you go. I see you trying to control everything, trying to keep your life steady, trying to overcome challenges on your own. But do you know? You don't have to carry it all by yourself. You don't have to keep everything in control to be loved. Let me be the place where you can find rest, where you can lay down the burdens you have been carrying. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to have all the answers. I do not love you for your perfection. I love you even when you are overwhelmed, even when you don't know where to go. Do you know, my love is not just an abstract idea, not just empty words. It is a living reality, a power that can change everything. It can heal the deepest wounds within you, fill the emptiness you thought could never be filled. It can set you free from the chains of fear, guilt, and past wounds. Perhaps you have believed that you must do something to deserve love. But, my child, my love does not work that way. It is not a reward you can earn or lose. It does not waver with the ups and downs of your life. It is the most solid foundation, the one thing that never changes in an uncertain world. No matter how far you go, no matter what you do, I still love you. I am still waiting for you to return. My arms are always open, ready to welcome you, no matter what you have been through. My love has no limits. It is not bound by your mistakes, not confined by your past, not restricted by the lies this world has told you about your worth. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You don't have to be without fault to be accepted. I have loved you with an unchanging love, and I will continue to love you forever. So why do you still doubt? Why do you still think you must try harder, do better to be loved? You don't have to prove anything. You only need to come to me, to open your heart, and receive the love I have always prepared for you. You don't have to understand everything. You don't have to figure it all out. You only need to believe that I love you, and that love is enough. Let my love cover you. Let it be the place where you find comfort, healing, and wholeness. Let it change you from the inside out so that you are no longer bound by anxieties, fears, or the wounds you have carried for so long. Let it free you from burdens you were never meant to bear. I see you striving every day, racing against pressures and expectations that you believe you must meet. I see your longing to be recognized, your deep desire for confirmation that you are good enough, that you are worthy. You toil, you labor, you place upon yourself the weight of the world's demands. But my child, why do you believe that you must do all these things to prove your worth? Why do you think you need to achieve something in order to be loved? I see you trying, little by little, to meet the expectations of others, to become the person you think this world will accept. You fear that if you are not good enough, not successful enough, not perfect enough, you will not be loved. You chase after the standards set by people, believing that if you fail to reach them, you will not be valuable. But my child, do you not know? You have had value from the moment you were created. You do not need to prove anything to me. For I have engraved your name in the palm of my hand and placed my love upon your life long before you could even call your own name. You do not have to strive for my love, for it already belongs to you. It is not a reward to be earned, nor a conditional gift to be granted. It is an unshakable truth, established before time began. I have loved you even before you existed in this world. And that love does not change, does not waver, and is not affected by your successes or failures. Yet I see you still running, still tirelessly seeking recognition. You fear that if you stop striving, if you let go of what you are chasing, you will become meaningless. You fear that if you do not work harder, if you do not achieve more, you will have no worth. But you do not realize that your worth does not come from what you do. It comes from who you are. You do not see that you are already complete in my love, that you do not have to exhaust yourself trying to earn the love I have already given you abundantly. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what am I striving for? Or do you remain caught in the endless cycle of pressure and responsibilities you have placed upon yourself? Have you ever wondered whether all your efforts truly bring you the peace you long for? I see you weary. I see you feeling empty even after achieving what you once desired. Have you ever asked yourself why fulfillment always seems just out of reach? Why, despite all your efforts, you still feel like it is never enough? My beloved, it is because you are seeking love and worth in places where they cannot be found. You think that if you attain what you long for, if you please everyone, you will feel loved and validated. But you do not realize that true love does not come from achievements, nor from the acceptance of others. True love comes from me, and it has always been here, waiting for you to receive it. You do not need to fight to earn my love. You do not have to strive with all your might to hold on to it. My love is not like the love of this world, fragile, conditional, or something that can be lost. It does not disappear when you stumble, nor does it fade when you are weak. I do not love you because of what you do. I love you simply because you are my child. But you must choose. You must decide whether you are ready to let go of burdens that were never meant for you to carry. Are you willing to stop seeking your worth in places that can never satisfy you? Are you ready to cease chasing the standards you believe you must attain and instead step into the rest found in my love? Pause. Release the worries and pressures you have placed upon yourself. Let me remind you that you are already enough. There is nothing more you need to do for me to love you. You do not need to become someone else to be worthy of my love. I have loved you with an everlasting love, and nothing can change that. Life is often a journey filled with challenges that leave you weary, drifting in the relentless currents of time. I know there are days when you wake up with a heavy heart, when worries overwhelm you, when the pressures of work, family, and expectations weigh upon you. Like towering waves, they push you toward the depths of exhaustion and confusion. I understand there are nights when you lie awake, unable to sleep, burdened by unanswered questions and the wounds life has left behind. The world can be harsh. People can be indifferent, causing hurt without even realizing it. You may have placed your trust in others only to be met with disappointment. There have been moments when you gave your best, yet still did not receive the recognition or love you longed for. There are days when you feel alone, even in a crowd, as if no one truly sees you. No one truly understands what you are going through. You may have tried to be strong, to carry everything on your shoulders, but human strength has its limits. Your heart will grow weary at times, and your shoulders will bend beneath the weight of your burdens. But, my beloved, I want you to remember, you do not have to go through this alone. You do not have to endure your pain in solitude, nor fight the storms by yourself. I am here, always here. My hands are ready to lift the burdens you carry. I do not want you to be exhausted. I do not want you to struggle alone against what is beyond your strength. I see your weariness. I know that your burdens are not only the visible responsibilities you bear, but also the invisible wounds within your soul. But come to me, lay everything before me, and I will give you rest. Let me be your refuge, the shade in the scorching noonday sun, the peaceful harbor after long and weary days. Do not force yourself to endure any longer. Do not pressure yourself to be strong when your heart is in need of comfort. You do not have to prove your worth, nor do you need to be perfect to deserve my love. I love you not because of what you do, but because of who you are, the one I have created, whole and precious in my sight. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you peace. I do not promise that this world will become less harsh, or that you will never face trials, but I promise that you will never have to face them alone. Let me guide you. Let me be your strength when you feel weak. Allow me to soothe the wounds within you, to heal the brokenness you cannot mend on your own. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart. You will not find pressure in me, only the peace that the world cannot give. My yoke is not a burden that binds, but a gentle guidance, an invitation for you to step into true freedom. For when you learn to lean on me, you will no longer be swept away by the worries of this life, nor be haunted by invisible fears. You will find rest for your soul, a deep rest, where your heart is enveloped in love and unshakable peace. My beloved child, let me love you. Let me care for you. Let me be the place where you can return whenever you are weary, where you do not need to hide your tears or your pain. Believe that I always see you, even when you feel invisible to this world. Believe that I always understand, even when you find no one to confide in. I will never abandon you, never turn away from what you are going through. I am still waiting for you to return, still holding out my arms to welcome you into my embrace. So do not let your heart be weighed down by things beyond your control. Do not let this world steal your peace. Let go, and let me carry your burdens. Let me give you a light heart, a peaceful spirit, for you do not have to walk through the storms alone. You do not have to force yourself to be strong when you are exhausted. You only need to come to me, and I will give you rest. I see the dreams I planted in your heart from the very beginning. The desires, the deep longings within you are not fleeting thoughts, nor are they aimless illusions. They are seeds I have placed in your soul with a perfect intention, a plan set in motion before you even took your first breath. These are the things I have written into your journey, the things that belong to you, the things meant to shine in this world. I know there are days when you look at those dreams and wonder if they will ever come true. There are times when you feel like you have strayed too far, lost your way in the search. Perhaps you have tried your best, stretched out your hands to grasp them, only to be pulled back by failures, doubts, and discouraging words. The world may try to extinguish the fire within you, to make you waver, to convince you that you are not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough to see your dream come to life. But my beloved child, remember this: the dreams I have placed in your heart are not mere passing winds. They are destined, and no one can take away what I have given you. You may have prayed, pleaded, and waited day after day, yet nothing seems to change. You may look at your present circumstances and ask, when? When will I see this promise fulfilled? You may feel discouraged when you see others receiving what you too have longed for. But my child, my timing is not like yours. I do not work according to your schedule, but I have not forgotten what I have promised. When you think I am silent, I am actually preparing everything in the most perfect way. When you think nothing is happening, I am arranging every detail to bring your dream to fulfillment in my time. Trust in me, even when you do not understand. Trust that I know exactly what is best for you. There are things you desire right now, but if I were to give them to you at this moment, you would not be able to carry them, nor keep them fully. Some promises need time to mature. Some dreams must be refined through trials, so that when the appointed time comes, you will not only receive them, but also have the strength to hold on to them. I see the challenges you are facing, the storms that seem never-ending, the towering walls that block your path, the mountains that feel impossible to climb. I know the moments when exhaustion overtakes you, the long nights when your heart is restless, unsure of what tomorrow will bring. I know there are days when you press forward, but each step feels unbearably heavy, as if chains are pulling you down. I know that you have persevered, fought, and given your all, yet it still feels as though everything is against you, as if the world itself seeks to wear down your will and hope. But my beloved, pause for a moment and listen to me. You are not fighting alone. You are not standing on this battlefield by yourself. I know there are times when you feel lost, as though no one understands what you are going through. But remember this: every tear you shed, every wound in your heart, I see them all. Not a single pain of yours goes unnoticed, and not a single burden you carry is beyond my understanding. Know this: these battles are not yours alone. They are mine. Those who rise against you, the forces that seek to bring you down, the storms that try to consume you, they are not greater than my power. I do not stand at a distance merely watching you struggle. I do not turn away when you are weak. No, I am right beside you, protecting you, fighting for you. I am your stronghold, the refuge where you can run and find safety. Remember, I will never leave you to face overwhelming trials alone. What makes you tremble, what discourages you, cannot shake me. When you feel that your strength is gone, when you no longer have the power to stand, surrender the battle to me. Let me fight for you. Do not think that you must handle everything on your own, for I am the one who holds you in the palm of my hand. Right now you may still be in the midst of the storm, fighting each day to push through adversity. But know this: the storm will pass, and you will not be overcome. The hardships that seem endless are only temporary. What you are going through is not meant to break you, but to refine you, to strengthen you, to prepare you for something greater that I have already set before you. Let me be your shield. Let me be your fortress, protecting you from the attacks of life. When you are wounded by harsh words, when you feel betrayed, when you face loss and sorrow, come to me. I will cover you, hold you in my embrace, and heal the wounds within you. Let me be your protector. When you face things beyond your ability, when you feel too weak to continue, remember that you do not have to fight alone. I am fighting for you. I am the one who will never abandon you, who will never allow you to be overcome by adversity. Lean on me, and let your heart find peace in knowing that I am working, even when you cannot see it. Some battles you are fighting are not just what the eyes can see. They may be wars within your soul. The battles against fear, doubt, insecurity, and wounds from the past. They may be struggles within yourself between the dreams you long to pursue and the voices of the world telling you that you cannot. But remember this: I am not only fighting for you in the visible battles of this world, but I am also fighting for your soul. I desire for you to be free from the chains that bind you, to live in the peace that I have prepared for you. So do not be afraid, my child. Do not let anxiety bring you to your knees. Do not let the trials you face obscure the truth that I am with you. When you feel weak, that is when I will lift you up. When you feel like you cannot take another step, that is when I will carry you in my mighty arms. Be steadfast, my beloved. Do not let what you see before you fill you with fear. What you are facing cannot overcome you, for you do not stand alone. Surrender this battle to me. Let me lead you. Let me do my work. You only need to remain faithful, to hold firm to your trust, and to know that in every circumstance, I am protecting you. I am fighting for you. I see your heart wavering amidst the waves of doubt as the enemy's lies seek to choke the faith within you. Those voices whisper in your ears, sowing fear, telling you that you are not good enough, that you are unworthy, that your past mistakes have determined your future. But listen to me, my precious one. Do not let those false voices have the power to define your destiny. Do not let the past bind you in chains that I have come to break. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures, your stumbles, or your moments of weakness. You are not bound by what has been, by wounds or past missteps. Your past does not define you, because I am the one who defines you. You are not limited by old failures, for my grace is greater than them all. I do not see you through the lens of your mistakes, but through the eyes of love and mercy. When I look at you, I see a creation made in my image, a soul of immeasurable worth, a beloved one whom I cherish unconditionally. Do you know this? No matter how many times you have fallen, no matter how helpless you have felt, no matter how far you think you have strayed, I am still here. My arms are still open wide, waiting for your return, not with condemnation or reproach, but with perfect love and restoration. Because you are not a mistake to be hidden, but a child whom I have loved from the very beginning. Remember this: what you have done does not determine who you are. You are not locked in by failure, nor are you defined by the world's judgments. The enemy wants you to believe that hope is lost, that you cannot change, that you are not strong enough to overcome. But that is a lie. There is a power within you greater than yourself, the power that comes from me, the one who has called you by name, the one who chose you before the foundations of the world. That strength does not come from your own ability, but from my love and my power. You may feel weak, but I say you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You may feel cast aside, but I say you are chosen. You may feel unworthy, but I say you are deeply loved. Do not let anything from yesterday imprison you in fear, shame, or regret. Your past may bear scars, but your future is still wide open. Believe that I am doing something new in you. Let me wipe away your tears, heal your wounds, and help you see yourself as I see you, a precious gem, a person of worth, a soul never forsaken. Anyone who seeks to remind you of your mistakes, let them know that my grace is greater than all failures. Anyone who tries to bind you to the past, let them see that I have set upon you a new future. Step out of the shadows of lies. Do not let doubt steal the joy I have prepared for you. Do not let fear imprison you within its own limits. You are no longer held captive by the pains of yesterday, but are a free soul in the light of my love. You no longer have to tremble before negative voices, but can stand strong in my truth. Who are you? You are the child whom I love. You are the one whom I have redeemed. You are the one I have called out of darkness into the light. You do not have to hide. You do not have to condemn yourself. You do not have to trap yourself in negative thoughts. Let me lead you into a new season, a new chapter, a new journey. One where you are no longer defined by what has passed, but by what I am doing in you at this very moment. You are not defined by what the world says about you, nor by failures, wounds, or the past you have endured. You are not limited by mistakes, by labels others have placed on you, or by the fears weighing upon your heart. You are not the criticism spoken over you, not the moments of weakness, not the losses that once made you fall. You are defined by something far greater, by my love for you, by the eternal truth I have declared over you from the very beginning. Before this world was formed, before you took your first breath, I knew you, I loved you, I called you by my name. You are not an accident. not an aimless existence in the chaotic flow of time. You are part of my grand design, created with meaning, with purpose, with the careful touch of my own hands. You are my beloved child, chosen from among many, redeemed from darkness, called by my holy name. Nothing can change this truth. Nothing can dim the light I have placed within you. Perhaps you have felt that you were not enough, and that you doubted your own worth. Perhaps you have looked in the mirror and wondered if you truly matter, if anyone truly cherishes you. But my beloved, see through my eyes. Do not let the words of the world blur your reflection in my sight. Do not let cruel words, rejection, or failures make you forget who you are. You are not who the world labels you to be. You are the one I have called, the one to whom I have given a sacred identity, the one I love with all my heart. You are victorious, not because of your own strength, but because I have won the victory for you. The battle you thought you could not overcome, I have gone before you and claimed the triumph. The burdens you feared, I have carried them upon my shoulders. The chains that sought to bind you, I have broken them so that you may walk in freedom. Lift your head high, walk forward with courage, for you are not defeated, not abandoned. You are victorious, not because you are strong enough, but because I have fought and claimed the glory on your behalf. But remember, my child, that victory is not just about overcoming difficulties, but also about knowing to whom you belong. Stand firm in the truth of my love. Do not let the storms of life carry you away from this. No matter what challenges come, no matter how deep the wounds may hurt, no matter how lonely some days may feel, the truth remains unchanged. You belong to me. Nothing can separate you from me. No power, no circumstance, no doubt can change that. You may hear voices in your mind telling you that you are not good enough, that you are too weak, that you are unworthy of this love. But, my child, listen to my voice. Let my truth fill your heart, replacing the lies of the world. Let the truth I declare about you be the firm foundation upon which you stand. You do not need to seek your worth in the fleeting things of this life, for you have already been valued by my very love. Live in the freedom I have given you. Walk with the confidence that you are not bound by your past, not limited by what you think you cannot do. You may have stumbled, but you are not defined by your failures. You are defined by your restoration, by your renewal, by my unchanging love. So stand firm. Do not waver in the face of trials. Do not let worries pull you away from the peace I have prepared for you. You belong to me. You are the one I have chosen, the one I have redeemed. Live with the assurance that you are never alone, never forgotten, and that nothing can separate you from my love. Take hold of this truth and keep it close to your heart. Do not let anything steal your peace. When the storms rise, remember that you do not have to fight alone, for I am there, protecting you, covering you. When you feel weak, remember that you do not have to stand on your own, for I am upholding you. When you feel lost, remember that you are not abandoned, for I am guiding you. I see the love burning within you, the love you give without hesitation, without calculation. I see the way you pour yourself out for those around you, the way you are willing to sacrifice to bring them joy, the burdens you quietly carry that sometimes no one understands. You long to make a difference, to ease the pain of others, to be a light in a world filled with darkness. I know these desires because I myself have placed them within you. A heart that is open, a spirit that longs to serve. But my beloved child, listen to me. A lamp cannot continue to shine if its oil has run dry. A stream cannot continue to flow if its source has dried up. And so it is with you. You cannot keep giving if you yourself are not being filled. You cannot keep running after the needs of others while neglecting the well-being of your own soul. You cannot pour into others if your own cup is empty. And I do not want to see you exhausted, collapsing under burdens you were never meant to carry alone. Have you ever stopped to listen to your own heart? Have you ever felt so weary that you had no strength left to keep going? How many times have you hidden your tears behind a smile? How many times have you told yourself that you must be strong, that you are not allowed to be weak, that you must keep going for the sake of others? But, my beloved, I want you to understand that you do not have to carry everything on your own. You do not have to bear it all alone. I do not want you to be caught in the whirlwind of responsibilities so much that you forget that you too need to be loved, to be restored, to find rest. Come to me. Pause for a moment and let me fill you. Let me renew your soul, like the rain refreshing the parched earth, like the wind sweeping through the fields after days of scorching heat. Let me pour my love into you. Love that never fades. Love that asks for nothing in return. Love that is unconditional and everlasting. You don't need to prove anything to me. You don't have to appear strong before me. Let me hold you in my embrace. Let me heal the wounds you dare not speak of. Let me soothe the pain you cannot put into words. Do you know, when you take time to dwell in my presence, when you quiet your heart, when you allow me to fill you, it is not selfish, it is necessary. It is not a sign of weakness, it is wisdom. For only when you are filled can you continue to pour into others. Only when you are restored can you become a source of strength for those around you. You may think that if you stop, everything will fall apart, that if you do not keep carrying the burdens, there will be no one to take your place. But, my child, trust that I am the one who holds all things together. I know what you carry, and I will never let you walk alone. When you learn to come to me first, when you learn to rest in my arms and let me uphold you, you will realize that you don't have to strive to control everything. I am your strength. I am the place where you can lean when you are weary. I am the never-ending stream where you can come and be refreshed every day. Let me renew you. Let me give you the strength you need. When you feel worn out, I will lift you up. When you feel empty, I will fill you. When you feel lost, I will show you the way. You do not have to do it all alone. Let me walk with you. Perhaps you think you don't have time to pause, that there is too much to do, too many people depending on you, too many responsibilities waiting. But my beloved, time spent with me is never wasted. In fact, it is the very thing that will strengthen you to keep moving forward. It is the foundation that allows you to continue loving, continue serving, continue being a blessing to those around you. So don't rush. Don't think you must keep running without rest. Sit with me. Let me speak words of love to you. Let me refresh your soul. Let me wipe away the hidden tears you have kept inside. Let me bring the peace you have been searching for. Remember, you cannot keep pouring into the world if you yourself are running dry. Do not be afraid to stop. Do not be afraid to lay down the burdens you have carried for too long. Let me be the place where you find rest. Let me be the source of your life. Let me fill you with my love, my presence, my peace. And when you are renewed, when your soul is restored, You will rise again, not exhausted, not striving, but full of life, full of love, full of the joy I have prepared for you. I see the deepest longings of your heart, the unspoken desires, the quiet struggles, the yearning for something greater, something fuller, something beyond what you now have. I know that you are not just seeking an ordinary life. Within your soul there is a longing to reach for something higher, to touch the truth, to live a life of true meaning. There are nights when you wonder if your life has any real value, if what you do truly matters, or if it is all just an endless cycle of duties and obligations. I know that you have tried to fill that emptiness, perhaps with achievements, with the approval of others, with relationships, with the security the world promises. But still, it is not enough, because deep inside, you are searching for something that only I can give you. My dear child, there is one thing I want you to understand clearly. Only in me can you find the true meaning of your life. Only in me will you find the answers to the questions that have weighed on your heart for so many years. You were not created to live an ordinary life, to chase after fleeting things, or to constantly wonder if you are on the right path. I have placed within you a purpose, a reason, a journey unlike anyone else's, and I am the key to unlocking that discovery. Perhaps you have tried to find meaning in other things, career, fame, wealth, success. Perhaps you have thought that once you attained these things, you would feel complete. But then you realized that none of them truly satisfied the thirst within you. They may bring temporary joy, but they cannot give you lasting peace. There are days when you succeed, yet your heart still feels empty. There are times when others admire you, yet you still feel alone in your soul, because this world cannot fill the void within you. You were not created to chase after what is temporary, but to live in my abundance, in the fullness that I have prepared for you. You don't have to wander in search any longer. You don't have to place your hope in things that can vanish in an instant. You don't have to try to fill your heart with things that cannot hold you when the storms come. Come to me. Let me show you your true purpose. Let me open your eyes and reveal to you what you were created for. You are not just another nameless soul among billions in this world. You are not just a tiny grain of sand in the vast ocean of life. I formed you with a clear plan, with a path already set before you. The gifts, the passions, the desires in your heart were not placed there by chance. They are seeds I have planted within you, waiting for the day you step into your rightful place. The day you truly realize that you were born for something far greater than yourself. Maybe you are asking, but how can I know? How can I be sure I am on the right path? My child, I am not hiding the answer from you. I have always been here, whispering to you, guiding you, even when you did not realize it. You may think I have been silent, but in truth, I have been speaking through everything around you. When your heart stirs for something greater, that is me reaching out to you. When you feel an unquenchable longing, that is me calling you closer. When you find yourself unsatisfied with the fleeting things of this world, it is because I am reminding you that you were made for something eternal. Listen, follow my guidance. You don't need to understand everything all at once, and you don't need to have all the answers today. You only need to trust that I have a perfect plan for you, and I will lead you step by step into that path. As you walk with me, as you choose to put your trust in me rather than in what the world tells you, the road ahead will become clearer and clearer. Do not be afraid when you cannot yet see the whole picture. Do not doubt when you do not yet understand what I am doing, For I will never lead you to a place where I will not go with you. I will never call you to do something without giving you the strength to accomplish it. I will never plant a longing in your heart without the intention of bringing it to fulfillment. What I have placed within you, I will bring to completion in my perfect timing. Trust in me. Step out of your comfort zone and dare to believe that I have something greater waiting for you ahead. Let me be the answer you have been searching for. Do not continue to fill your heart with things that bring only fleeting satisfaction. Do not let worries, past failures, or your own limitations prevent you from stepping into the greatness I have prepared for you. My beloved child, let your heart rest in this truth. You do not have to keep searching, for I am what you have been longing for. You do not need to chase after what is temporary, for I alone can bring you true fulfillment. When you step into my presence, when you allow me to be the center of your life, you will no longer struggle with the question, "What was I born to do?" Because when you are in me, you will find the answer you have been waiting for. This world constantly tries to paint illusions, promises of satisfaction, and paths to joy. It presents to you things that seem desirable, glorious success, relationships that appear dazzling, fleeting pleasures, and the fame that many crave. It tells you that if you achieve these things, you will be happy, that if you have more, possess more, if you are praised by others, if you secure a firm place in this world, then you will find fulfillment. But my beloved, do you not see? These things are mere illusions. They may excite you for a moment, but in the end you will realize that they can never truly fill the emptiness within you, because you were not created to seek fulfillment in what is temporary. You were not made to live dependent on things that will pass away. Do you notice? No matter how much you achieve, no matter how far you go, no matter how many dreams you grasp, dreams that the world calls success, there are still moments of silence when you feel an indescribable emptiness. You may have everything, yet still feel that something is missing. You may stand among a crowd, yet still feel alone. You may be praised by many, yet still have a deep void in your soul that nothing in this world can fill, because the emptiness in your heart cannot be filled by the things of this world. It cannot be healed by wealth, success, status, or any relationship. You may search again and again. You may try one way after another, but in the end, you will realize that all of it is just chasing after the wind. The joy that the world gives is temporary. The promises it makes are nothing but deception. My beloved, you do not need to chase after these fleeting things anymore. Stop. Come to me. Only I can fill the emptiness within you. Only I can bring you the peace you are seeking. Only I can give you true satisfaction, a fulfillment that is unshakable, not dependent on anything in this world. When you are in me, you will no longer have to wander in search. When you come to me, you will find rest. I do not promise you a life without challenges, but I do promise that no matter what you go through, your heart will have deep, abiding peace. I do not promise that every dream you desire will come true, but I promise that you will no longer feel empty, because you have found where you belong. Look at the flowers in the fields. They do not worry, nor are they anxious about tomorrow, yet I clothe them in radiant beauty. Look at the birds in the sky. They do not concern themselves with storing up wealth or chasing after fleeting things, yet I care for them each day. If I am mindful of even these small things, how much more do you think I care for you, the one I love above all else? The world will always try to pull you into its hurried pace. It will make you believe that if you do not strive harder, if you do not possess more, if you do not achieve this or that, you will never truly be happy. But, my beloved, you do not have to chase after those things. You do not have to exhaust yourself searching for fulfillment in things that can never truly satisfy your soul. Return to me. Let me fill you with my very presence. Let me wipe away the hidden tears you have carried for so long. Let me bring you the peace you have never known. Let me renew your heart so that you will no longer hunger for empty things, but instead find true fulfillment in my embrace. You do not have to carry the burdens on your own. You do not have to run after meaningless pursuits to prove your worth, because in my eyes, you are already precious beyond measure. I do not love you because of what you have or what you can accomplish. I love you simply because you are you, and I want you to understand that you were created to live in love, in peace, and in the fullness that only I can give. Let go of what was never meant for you. Release the illusions the world has painted before your eyes. Stop seeking satisfaction in things that are temporary, and allow me to be everything you need. You will not be disappointed. You will not have to worry about tomorrow. You will not feel lost or lacking in your soul, because when you belong to me, you have everything. When you are in me, your heart will be filled, and you will never have to wander in search of fulfillment again. I see you, not just as you see yourself, but through the eyes of the one who created you with a purpose. I do not see you through the lens of the world's standards or measure you by human expectations. I see you as I formed you, a masterpiece, bearing my very imprint. You may not realize it, but within you lies a potential that the world has never seen. There are things I have written into your being before you ever took your first breath. Seeds of greatness planted deep within your soul. The gifts you carry, the talents within you, are not accidental. They are not ordinary abilities. They are the marks of a grand design, a plan I have set in motion from eternity past. I see the light within you, the light I myself have placed in your spirit. You were not created to live a life of obscurity, nor were you born merely to exist without leaving a mark. You were made to shine, to reflect my glory, to bring hope, and to carry light into the darkest places. My beloved child, I know that this world will try to make you forget this truth. Perhaps you have doubted your worth many times. Perhaps you have looked around and wondered why others seem more successful, more talented, more capable. Perhaps you have compared yourself to others, feeling that you are not good enough, not strong enough, not important enough. But my child, stop for a moment. Stop measuring yourself by the standards of this world. Stop defining your worth based on what others have. You were not created to be a copy of anyone else. You were not made to live another person's life. I have placed something unique within you, something that only you can express. I do not need you to be like anyone else, because you are you. A marvelous creation, formed by my love and wisdom. So do not let comparison steal your joy. Do not let the world's standards make you feel like you are not enough. When you look at others and feel like they are moving ahead of you, remember that I do not measure you by their pace. When you feel like you have not yet achieved what others have, remember that I have a specific time for you, a unique journey that only you can walk. Do not doubt your worth. Do not let negative words, past failures, or present fears make you forget who you are. You are my beloved, chosen by me, given an identity that no one can take away. You have meaning. You have value, not because of what you do, but because you belong to me. Walk boldly in the path I have called you to. Do not retreat in fear. Do not hesitate in doubt. When I call you, I do not call you based on what you think you can do. I call you based on what I know you were created to become. You may not see the full picture, but I have seen it from the beginning. You may be uncertain about the future, but I have already set your path. Remember this: when I place a calling upon your life, I will also give you the strength to fulfill it. I do not call you to walk alone. I do not call you only to abandon you halfway. I will walk with you in every step. I will uphold you when you are weary, and I will strengthen you when you feel weak. You may face challenges. You may encounter people who do not believe in what I have placed within you. There may be moments when it feels like the whole world is against you. But remember, I am with you. When you face difficulties, I will be your strength. When you feel lost, I will be the way that leads you forward. When you feel like you are not enough, remember that I am the one who makes you complete. My beloved child, believe in what I have placed inside you. Do not run away from your calling. Do not hide what I have given you out of fear that you are not good enough. You do not have to be perfect for me to use you. You do not have to have all the answers before you take the first step. You only need to trust, to be willing, to take my hand and walk forward. Walk with courage. Walk with the confidence that you are not a mistake, not someone without worth. Remember, you were created for something great, not in the way the world defines greatness, but in the way I have designed it. The greatness of love, of faithfulness, of bringing light into the darkness. I see the love you have for me, a love that is sincere, a longing that burns deeply, a desire to draw nearer, to understand more, to walk in my light. I see every whispered prayer in the stillness of the night, those moments when you seek me not out of duty, but because your heart truly longs to be in my presence. I know how many times you have waited, how many times you have surrendered your heart completely, how many times you have opened yourself to receive all that I desire to give you, and I want you to know that I see it all. Every tear you have shed, every prayer you have spoken, every step you have taken to come closer to me. My beloved, I rejoice in you. I delight in the love you have for me. Do you know that when you draw near to me, you move my heart? When you long for me, when you seek me with all your soul, I not only hear your prayers, I see your very heart. I see your faith. I see your steadfastness. I see how you continue reaching for me even when the path ahead is not always clear. Keep seeking me, my beloved. Do not stop. Do not let anything discourage you. Keep longing, keep pressing forward, keep surrendering your heart to me, because every time you seek me with all your heart, you will find me. I am not distant. I am not something you must struggle to attain. I am not an elusive mystery, nor a vague and unattainable dream. I am here, right beside you. I have always been waiting for you. I have always been walking with you, even in the moments you did not realize it. Every step you take toward me, I take a step toward you. When you open your heart to me, I will reveal myself to you. I will withhold no good thing from you. I will not leave you wandering in the darkness, nor will I allow you to search endlessly without an answer. When you truly desire to know me more, I will give you more than you ever imagined. I will open your eyes to see what you have never seen before. I will refresh your spirit, restore your joy, and fill you with my presence. Keep pursuing me, for you will never be disappointed. I will never leave you searching in vain. I will never let you knock without answering. When you long for me, I will come to you, and I will reveal myself in ways beyond your imagination. I will expand your heart to comprehend the depth, the width, the length, and the height of my love. A love without limits, a love without conditions, a love that nothing can break. Do you know that I eagerly await the moments you come to me? I long for the times when you open your heart and allow me to enter. I am not looking for perfect love from you because I know you are not perfect. I do not expect you to have all the answers because I am the answer you need. But I wait for you with a longing heart. I wait for you with open arms. I wait for you to come, not out of fear or obligation, but because you truly desire to know me more. My beloved, let your love for me continue to grow. Do not let the fire within you fade. Do not let the world distract you. Do not let doubt hold you back. Keep seeking me with all your heart, for I promise you, when you seek me, you will find me. I will lead you to places you have never set foot before. I will grant you wisdom to see things that the human eye cannot perceive. I will fill you with peace, fulfillment, and a vibrancy that nothing in this world can offer. As you walk in my presence, you will no longer feel empty. You will no longer feel lacking. You will no longer have to seek fleeting things to satisfy the longing in your heart, for I myself will be everything you need. As you draw near to me, you will realize that my love is unlike the love of this world. My love never fades. I do not love you because you do right. I do not love you because you are perfect. I love you simply because you are my child. I love you when you are strong, and I love you when you are weak. I love you when you seek me, and I still love you even when you are lost. So keep pursuing me. Do not grow weary. Do not let challenges make you falter. Do not let the silence of a season make you think that I am absent. Trust that I am doing something good within you, even when you cannot yet see it. Keep walking in my love, for I will never abandon you. Let me fill you with my very presence. Let me be your refuge, the place where you can find true rest. When you are in me, you will never be in lack. When you seek me, you will never be forsaken. I am your source of life, the light that illuminates your path, the love that never changes. Keep drawing near to me, and I promise you will find greater things. Keep opening your heart, and I will give you a deeper love, a greater understanding, and a peace that nothing can take away. Keep moving forward. Keep pressing on. Keep holding my hand, for I am waiting for you with a heart full of love. My beloved child, I know there are times when you feel anxious about the future. You look ahead and see an expanse of the unknown, possibilities that may unfold, challenges you cannot yet foresee. There are nights you lie awake, wondering what tomorrow holds, questioning whether you will have the strength to face what is coming. I see those worries within you. I see the moments when you ask yourself, what will come next? Will I be strong enough? Will things turn out the way I hope? But my child, do not let fear hold you back. Do not let the unknown unsettle your heart. Remember that I am the one who holds time in my hands, the one who has written every page of your life's story. Before you even begin to worry about tomorrow, I am already there. Before you question the future, I already have the answer. Nothing happens beyond my control, and nothing unfolds outside of my good plan for you. I am the beginning and the end. Before you were born, I knew you. As you take each step in life, I am watching over you, guiding you and preparing the best for you. You do not need to understand everything. You do not need to have all the answers right now. You only need to trust that I am already there. Within every path you will take, behind every door that will open before you. Imagine, my child, that you are standing before a vast land, a place you have never set foot in before. Everything before you is unfamiliar, filled with unknowns. But, my child, you are not walking alone. You do not have to fumble in the darkness, for I am the light that leads you. You do not have to fear the uncertainty of the road ahead, for I am the way. When you are unsure, look to me. When you feel lost, let me guide you. When you fear the future, remember that I am holding it in my hands. Do not let what has yet to happen steal the joy of the present. Do not let the worries of tomorrow take away your peace today. Trust in me. Let your heart find rest in the assurance that I am working all things for your good. Even the things you do not yet understand, even the things that seem to go against your plans, I am turning them into something beautiful. Perhaps you are waiting for a door to open, for a prayer to be answered, for a dream to come true. Perhaps you are wondering why everything seems delayed. But, my child, remember this: I am never late. I do all things at the right time. Do you remember the times when you thought there was no way out, but then I made a way? Do you recall the moments when you felt weak, yet I strengthened you? What I have done in the past, I will continue to do in your future. I do not change. My love for you remains steadfast. My faithfulness is unshakable, and the promises I have given you stand firm for all eternity. You may not see the full picture, but I do. You may not understand why things are unfolding the way they are, but I know every detail. Trust that I am orchestrating everything in the most perfect way, even when you do not yet realize it. At times, it may feel as though nothing is moving, as if you are standing still. But in reality, I am working. I am preparing great things for you, things beyond what you have imagined, beyond what you have dared to dream. My beloved, the best is yet to come. Do not let present difficulties make you forget that I am still at work, that I am still writing a glorious story in your life. Do not let fear cause you to forget that I am the Almighty One, always with you. Wait with trust. Walk forward with hope. Remember that I have prepared the very best for you, not something mediocre, not just enough, but an abundance of blessings, far beyond what you can envision. Let your heart be filled with expectation. Know that I am eager to reveal to you the wonders I have prepared. You may not see it all right now, but believe that with each day, with each moment, I am leading you closer to the best that I have ordained for you. So let go of fear. Take my hand and walk in trust. Let me lead you into the great things you never thought you could reach. For your future is not in your hands, but in mine, hands full of power and love. And as you walk with trust, you will see that what I have prepared for you is not only good, but far greater, than anything you could have ever hoped for. I see the wounds you are carrying, the scars left upon your soul by others. I see the silent tears that fall in the lonely hours of the night, the heavy sighs you do not let anyone hear. I know you have loved, you have trusted, only to be hurt, rejected, and betrayed. These things did not just break your heart for a moment. They left deep marks in your mind, unseen scars that you have carried along your journey. I see how those wounds have changed you, how they have made you hesitant to open your heart, how they have instilled fear in you whenever you think of loving someone again. I see you trying to appear strong, trying to hide what has hurt you, but deep inside, I know that you are still in pain. You do not want to admit that you feel weak, that you need healing, that you long for a love that can truly soothe it all. You think that if you ignore it, if you pretend that you are fine, the pain will simply disappear. But, my beloved, wounds cannot heal when you keep hiding them. When you keep telling yourself that you can endure just a little longer. I want you to know that you do not have to suffer alone. I was there when you were hurt. I witnessed the sharp words cutting into your soul like invisible blades. I saw the moment you were left behind, the loneliness and rejection wrapping around you. I heard the muffled sobs you dared not let anyone hear. But I also want you to know that this pain is not the final chapter of your story. My beloved, let me touch those wounds. Let me heal them with my unchanging love. There is no wound too deep, no pain too great that I cannot heal. There is no sorrow that I cannot soothe. You may think that your heart is shattered beyond repair, but I am the one who can restore it. I do not merely heal, I restore. I do not merely soothe pain, I transform wounds into marks of victory. You know that my love is unlike the love of this world. I do not love you for what you can do. I do not love you because you are perfect or strong. I love you even when you are weak, even when you feel broken. My love does not betray, does not abandon, does not change with time. When I love you, it is with an everlasting love, unconditional, boundless, and it is this very love that can heal you. Come to me. Lay down the burdens you have carried for so long. Let go of the pain you have tried to hide. Let me hold you. Let me wipe away your tears. Let me tell you that you are not abandoned, not forgotten, not worthless. I see you not as a wounded soul, but as someone worthy of love, someone of immeasurable value, someone for whom I was willing to sacrifice to redeem. You may think that you have to overcome this alone, that you cannot let anyone see your weakness, but my beloved, you do not have to fight on your own. I have been here, and I am still here. When you feel like no one understands you, remember that I do. When you feel like no one can heal you, remember that I can. When you feel like no one can truly love you, remember that I love you with a love that never fades. I do not only want to heal you, I want to renew you. I want to take away the painful memories and replace them with peace. I want to remove your fears and fill you with courage. I want to break the chains of the past and bring you into complete freedom. What has been lost, I can restore. What has been broken, I can rebuild. Believe that your pain is not the end of your story. Believe that something greater is waiting for you ahead. Believe that true love is not something to fear, but something you can receive with trust. When you allow me to heal you, you will no longer have to be hesitant, no longer have to fear being hurt again, because I will protect you. I will keep you. I will place you in the safety of my love. Let me teach you what true love is. Let me show you that you are worthy of a love that never changes, a love that does not require you to prove anything. When you come to me, you will find a peace you have never known. You will find healing you never thought was possible. You will find a love that will never disappoint you. My beloved child, come to me. Let me heal you. Let me restore what has been lost. Let me turn your scars into marks of victory, so that when you look back, you will no longer see pain, but the beautiful transformation of my love. You do not need to fear love anymore, for my love will always be with you, holding you in my safe embrace, giving you a new beginning, a life filled with joy and abundance. My dear child, I see the deepest desires of your heart, the longings you have never dared to speak, the yearnings you thought no one could understand. I see your desire to be loved, to be cared for, to be cherished. I see your longing for someone to look at you and say that you are valuable, that you matter, that you are not forgotten. I know there are times when you feel you must prove yourself, that you must do something to earn recognition and acceptance from others. There are moments when you grow weary from striving to be loved, from seeking a place in someone's heart, from fearing that you will be forgotten in the midst of life's busyness. But my child, pause for a moment and listen to me. You do not need to search for love in that way. You do not need to chase after the approval of others to know that you are precious. You do not need to strive to please the world, to feel worthy, because from the moment you were created, from the instant you came into existence, you have been loved, with a love far beyond what you can comprehend, a love that does not require you to prove anything, a love that is not dependent on what you do or do not do. My love for you is not like the love the world gives. It does not come and go with circumstances. It does not waver based on what you do, and it does not fade when you stumble or feel weak. I love you not because you are perfect, but because you are mine. I love you not because of what you achieve, but because you were created in my image. My love for you has no conditions, no limits, no end, no matter where you are, no matter what you go through, no matter how you feel. My love for you remains unchanged, steadfast and ever present in every moment of your life. I know that there are times when you feel alone, days when it seems like no one truly cares, like no one truly understands what you carry in your heart. Perhaps you have entrusted your heart to someone only to be wounded. Perhaps you have hoped for a love that never came, and instead you were left with disappointment. Perhaps you have believed that if you were better, more beautiful, more successful, then you would finally be loved. But my child, true love is not like that. True love is not something you must trade or earn. You do not need to seek validation from this world, for I have called you by my own name. You do not need to long for love from others to feel complete, for I have loved you with an everlasting love. I love you when you are strong, and I love you just the same when you are weak. I love you when you stand firm, and I still love you when you fall. Nothing can make me love you less, and nothing can separate you from me. Stop for a moment and let me tell you something. You are loved. You are precious. You are valuable. Not because others recognize it, but because I have set your worth with my very own love. In this world there may be those who do not see you, those who do not appreciate you, but that does not change the truth that you are a marvelous creation in my eyes. You are not an accident. not an existence without meaning. You were born with a purpose, with significance, with a love that has been prepared for you since the beginning. So, my beloved, stop searching for love in things that cannot satisfy your soul. Stop chasing after fleeting recognition, things that shift and fade with time. You do not need the world's approval to know your worth, for your worth has been determined by me from eternity past. You do not need to prove yourself to be worthy of love, for my love for you has always been there, before you knew me, before you called my name, before you even realized how much you needed this love. Come to me. Let me be the place where you find your fulfillment. Let me fill the empty spaces in your heart. Let me heal the wounds you have carried. Let me remind you that you are not forgotten, that you are not alone, that you are always loved, no matter how much this world may change. My beloved, my love for you is not a distant concept, not an empty promise. It is a real, living love. A love that is revealed every day, every hour, every moment of your life. It is present in every beat of your heart, in every breath you take, in every ray of sunlight that greets you each morning. It is in the gentle breeze that soothes you, in the quiet moments of peace, when you realize you do not have to strive for acceptance. Believe in this love. Let it be the solid foundation upon which you stand. Let it fill your heart so that you no longer feel empty or lacking. When you realize that you have always been fully and completely loved, you will no longer feel the need to seek validation from anyone else. When you walk with the certainty that you belong to me, you will no longer worry about whether you are enough. My beloved, hold on to this truth. You have always been loved, deeper, stronger, and more perfectly than anything you have ever known. And that love will never leave you, never change, never fade, because you are my child, my joy, the one I love with all my heart. My dearest one, listen to my words. My love for you is not a reward you must strive to earn, not a condition you must meet to receive. My love is not like the love of this world, where you have to prove your worth, work hard for recognition, or fight to keep it. No, my love is not based on what you do. It is based on who I am. It is not a gift reserved only for the deserving, but an unconditional outpouring, an endless flow that never runs dry. You do not need to do anything to be loved by me, for I have loved you before you even knew me. When you were lost, I called your name. When you did not know how to love yourself, I loved you with an unchanging love. When you felt unworthy, not strong enough, not good enough, I still looked at you with eyes full of mercy and tenderness. You cannot buy my love with your deeds or efforts, for I have chosen to love you without condition. Do you know, my child? My love is a gift not for you to strive for, but for you to receive with all your heart. It does not come from effort, but from faith. You do not need to run yourself ragged, nor exhaust yourself trying to prove that you are worthy of this love, because long ago you were already fully loved. All you need to do is open your heart, stretch out your arms, and embrace what has always belonged to you. Have you ever seen a child run into their parents' arms? They do not hesitate, they do not second guess, they do not ask if they are good enough to be loved. They do not need to prove anything because they know they belong to that family, that they are loved not because of what they do, but simply because they are. And you, my beloved, are the same. You do not need to search for my love as if it were something distant, for it is already here, right beside you, ready to fill you, ready to heal you, ready to cover you in a peace that nothing can take away. So come to me, Open your heart. Let me step into the deepest corners of your soul, the places you have locked away out of fear of being hurt, out of fear that no one truly understands you. Let me fill you with my very presence, with a love that transcends all boundaries, all conditions, all limitations. Let me dispel the anxieties within you, the fears that keep you from opening up, the wounds that make you hesitant to believe in true love. How many times have you asked yourself, "Am I worthy of love?" Let me answer you. You are not only worthy, but you have always been loved, even in the moments when you doubted yourself. My love for you is not dependent on your past, is not affected by your mistakes, and does not change because of your failures. It does not fade with time, is not diminished by circumstances, and is not altered by how you see yourself. Let me fill you with my love, a love that never runs dry. When you allow me to enter your life, you will no longer seek love in fleeting things. You will no longer strive for acceptance, for you have always been accepted in my embrace. You will no longer fear that imperfection will lead to abandonment, for I will never leave you. Let me fill you with the depth, the width, the height of my love, a love that surpasses your understanding, yet completes your soul in a way nothing else ever could. Let me fill the empty spaces within you, the places you once thought would remain forever void. Let me heal the wounds you have carried for so long, the wounds that have made you believe you could never love again. Let me restore you, so that you no longer see yourself through the lens of brokenness, but through my eyes. Eyes that see your true worth. Eyes full of love. Believe that my love is not a luxury, not something you must earn to receive. It has always been there, waiting for you, always ready to embrace you, always ready to transform you from within. When you allow my love to flood your being, you will no longer feel alone. When you allow me to reign in your soul, you will no longer seek love in places that can never make you whole. My beloved child, my love is unlike anything you have ever known. It is not fragile, not temporary, nor bound by any conditions. It is not a shallow promise, but an eternal assurance. It is not a fleeting emotion, but an unchanging nature. When you allow my love to fill you, you will no longer fear abandonment. When you place your trust in me, you will no longer feel empty. When you step into my love, you will find a freedom you have never known. So do not hesitate. Do not delay. Do not think you must do something to be worthy. Come to me now, in this very moment. Open your heart, and let me overwhelm you with a love that nothing can compare to. Let me show you what true love is, a love that heals, a love that restores, a love that will never leave you. Now come before me in this prayer. Lord, you who love me with an unconditional love, I come before you with a heart full of gratitude. In the moments when I am weary, remind me that your love upholds me. When I feel lost, whisper to me that I belong to you. When I am burdened, help me to pause and rest in your boundless love. Fill my heart with your love so that I may love as you have loved me. Amen. Lord, O Lord, sometimes I forget the wondrous love you have for me. I become busy chasing after fleeting things, forgetting that your love is what truly matters. Help me to pause, to listen, and to recognize that you are here, closer than my very breath. Refresh my soul and help me live each day with a deep awareness of your love. Lord, Father, there are days when I feel exhausted, when the burdens seem too heavy to bear. But I know that you never leave me. Help me to trust in your love, even when I cannot see the path ahead. Remind me that I do not have to fight alone, for you are fighting on my behalf. I surrender all things into your hands. Lord, O Lord, your love for me is so deep, so wondrous, beyond anything I can comprehend. Teach me to love as you have loved me, with a love that is unconditional, patient, kind, and selfless. Help me to forgive when I am hurt, to love even when I am not loved in return. Fill me with your love so that I may shine your light in this world. I long to live a life of love just as you have. Amen. Lord, you see every wound within me, the pain of my past, the words that have hurt me, the times I have been rejected. Sometimes I wonder if I am truly worthy of love, but you have called me your beloved. Heal me with your love. Remove every doubt, every fear. Help me to see that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, that I am precious in your sight. Lord, there are days when I feel anxious, fearful, and uncertain about the future. But you have said that you have plans for me, plans to give me hope and a future. Please help me to trust in you, even when I do not understand. Remind me that you are always working for my good, even when I cannot see it. I surrender every burden, every worry, and place them in your hands. I trust in your love. Lord, sometimes I feel empty, drained, as if I have given too much and received nothing in return. But you have said that whoever comes to you will never thirst. Please refresh my soul. Fill me with your peace and love. Grant me rest in you. Help me to always remember that your love is enough for me. Lord, this world is full of anxiety, stress, and pressure. I run after responsibilities, expectations, but I end up feeling exhausted. Yet you have promised that those who come to you will find rest. Please teach me to let go, to trust you instead of trying to control everything. Teach me to find rest in your love and to let you carry me through each day. I need you, Lord. Amen. Lord, the enemy constantly seeks to plant doubt, fear, and a sense of unworthiness in my heart. But I know the truth. I am loved, I am chosen, and I am valuable in your eyes. Help me to stand firm in your truth, not allowing lies to control my thoughts. Protect my mind. Grant me wisdom to discern what comes from you and what comes from the enemy. I want to hear your voice, not the voice of the world. Lord, I don't want to merely know about your love. I want to live in it. Help me to always be aware of your presence. Keep me from chasing after the approval of the world, but instead let me find joy in knowing that I am fully loved by you. Overflow my heart with your love, so that each day I may walk in peace and confidence. Lord, there are moments when I feel shaken, easily influenced by the circumstances around me. But you have said that you are my rock, my fortress. Please give me unwavering faith, a steadfast heart, so that I may always stand firm in your love. Lord, I don't want to live according to my own will. I want to live for you, to walk in your love and your plan for my life. Lead me, guide me, and help me to trust you even when I do not know what lies ahead. I surrender every dream, every worry, every hope into your hands. You are the one who holds my future, and I will follow you all the days of my life. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you love the Lord, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you won't miss any meaningful and life-giving messages from him. Together we will grow in faith and live a life fully embraced in his love. Amen.